It's the Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine podcast, and I'm Janet Blair. Each week I sit down with one of my girlfriends, whether it be
Teresa,
Natalie,
Carrie,
Kristen,
Tara,
Stephanie.
We talk about whatever.
We completely restore this trailer,
fry people's faces off as a bad Mexican.
I don't understand the competition that goes on between women.
Two girls and a bottle of wine. Over a glass of wine, bottle of wine, or sometimes a couple bottles of wine. Join in on Facebook at facebook.com/twogirlsandabottle-of-wine. Don't miss us. Hello, I'm Janet.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we are
Two Girls and a Bottle of Wine. Because men like boobs.
And girls like wine. Stephanie McHugh is back.
Hello, Janet. How are you?
I'm good. You came back to the basement studio.
Thank you so much. It is beautiful as always. I feel like a rock star because your dog keeps looking in the window frantically. It's like I have a fan and a stalker. Yay.
Yes, she's going to need your autograph before you leave this evening.
Done.
So what have you been up to? You're a comedian, you have a day job, you're a mom with a college student.
Yes, my daughter came home for Thanksgiving. So that was really nice. And
From Oregon. That's a huge trip for such a short moment.
It is. It is. The good news is, though, that she's coming back in 2 weeks for a Christmas break. And then all of a sudden I realized they're on quarters, so then she's going to be gone for even longer until spring break. Like she'll be gone from January until the end of March. And then and she won't come back until June, middle of June, because then she'll have another quarter. But I just put my big girl mommy panties on, and I got an iPhone. She has an iPhone, so now we can FaceTime.
And iMessage.
Yes.
No, it doesn't cost anything.
Right.
So it's awesome.
Yes, it is.
So do you guys FaceTime daily?
No. She called me every day in the beginning, and now that she's getting friends and stuff like that, she doesn't call as much, which is good. It's
Are you
nice.
okay with that? You understand that that's good, right?
I do understand that that's good. And I had so much fun. I think we were talking about this last time.
Yes.
College is a blast.
It is.
And just that freedom and things like that.
And you learn a lot about yourself.
You do. So you need that separation to do that.
But are you okay?
I'm okay. Yeah.
At least she's coming back for spring break. You got to prepare yourself for the spring break where she doesn't come back. Where she goes to the beach.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry,
Thank
Stephanie
you,
McHugh.
Janet, for bringing us down 5 minutes into the
podcast. I did that 1 year out of 4. So I remember that.
You're right. And we were talking about that. We went to my parents. I remember I came home for the first 2 summers, and then I didn't the last 2. And I remember I went on a bike ride with my dad. I grew up in Durango, so it was so pretty. And it was like a Bob Ross painting, just the mountains and the trees. And I thought, this is my last time living in Durango. It was kind of bittersweet. So, but I still have one at home.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
And she's like what?
She's 16.
She's a junior?
She's a junior.
Okay. And maybe you can convince her to go to college closer?
She might.
In Oregon?
But even if she doesn't, I'll be okay.
You'll support it.
The good news is I haven't been doing comedy as much.
Right.
Because they're going to be gone soon. So
Smart.
I'm kind of focusing more on being a mom and totally enjoying it. And you kind of have that to look forward to. Traveling.
Right.
I can travel.
After they go away to college, you'll be sad for a moment, but you're like, wait a second.
Then I'm
free.
I'm going to follow the Janet Blair life plan. I'm going to get a boyfriend and a puppy, and I'm going to travel.
And candles.
And candles. And that's my game plan.
Yes.
Woo! They're like, why don't you get a puppy now? Because I would have to take care of it.
Right.
You're not going to take care of it.
Look at Steve. He's out. Right. I'm here. Taking care of the puppies.
Right. Exactly.
All right. So the last time you were here, we neglected to do Woman Crush of the Week.
Exactly.
And that's the only staple I have in my podcast. Like, the last time you were here, it was like, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, we're at 45 minutes. We should wrap up. So,
let's get this out of the way.
Before we jump into anything crazy, let's talk about Woman Crush of the Week.
Okay.
Are you prepared?
I'm prepared. I'm ready.
Okay, you go first.
I gave it a lot of thought.
You're my guest.
Heidi Klum.
I love her. She's beautiful.
She is beautiful. And when I was on the radio, actually, my partner, Steve McCoy, set it up. So we interviewed her once, and I was...
Oh, my gosh. Did you talk?
I did. You do have to kind of have that little voice in your head, like, keep it together. Just don't squeak and just keep a normal voice. But I love her, and I want to get my... Oops, I'm knocking the mic over and stuff. I've been looking in Pinterest at pictures of Heidi Klum because I want my hair cut like hers, kind of. Or a certain style that she has.
Yes.
A little more longer bang look.
It's a lot of work, these bangs. I did them a month ago, and now I'm like, okay, they're in my way. So be prepared.
They look cute. Prepared. Okay, I want them a little bit longer.
And that will be even more.
Even tougher?
Your face.
Yeah.
It'll tickle you. Like the other night I was crawling in bed and my bangs tickled my nose, and that's the worst feeling ever. I was like, oh my God, get out of my face. Out of my face. So I started sleeping with like a headband that holds my bangs back.
Very good. Good idea.
Waking up with a tickled nose is not okay.
Not good.
But anyway, Heidi Klum.
Heidi Klum.
What is she up to now? Do you know?
I am not sure, other than her hair looks great. And I am a sewing geek, so I love watching Project Runway, too.
All right.
And I'm just a huge fan of her. Like, in the entertainment business, I mean, she
has had some longevity when it comes to, she wasn't just a model. She made it beyond that. Maybe marrying Seal made it help with the longevity a little bit, just a little bit.
I don't think so. I think she created Project Runway. She's executive producer of that. Right. I mean, Seal doesn't hurt.
Right.
I would do that too.
Those power couples. Yeah.
Exactly. She has her own jewelry line. I remember watching on QVC once, and she was selling out of her jewelry. So it seems like...
And she's in every tabloid. And even though it's a tabloid, if they're talking about you, you're relevant.
Exactly. Yes.
As long as you're not dead. And then
even
you're a
then.
little relevant.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, Heidi Klum, that's awesome.
Yes.
No one has said her.
I want to be here when I grow up and get young. There we go. Yes, so that's mine.
Very cool. And mine is Shonda Rhimes. Do you know who she is?
I do. Yes.
She's like a television genius. I'm addicted to television.
Uh-huh.
And she has single-handedly kept ABC in business for the last 10 years. She has created, written, and run Grey's Anatomy. And there's been a lot of drama on Grey's Anatomy, like Katherine Heigl, Sandra Oh, Isaiah Washington, and she has maintained that empire.
You're not talking about on screen. You're talking about off screen. That's true. I've never really thought of it that way.
There's a lot of drama. Look at 2.5 Men. It's coming to an end after this season. Mm-hmm. Ashton tried, but he's no Charlie.
I never really watched that show that much.
There's a huge difference.
I bet.
I love Ashton Kutcher, but not in 2.5 Men.
Can't do it.
It just didn't make sense.
Uh-huh.
And she is also a part of Scandal.
Love that show. Yeah. No, I don't watch that show that much.
I'm the same way.
But I love the style.
Yes, and there's so much pop culture surrounded by Scandal right now that is, it's totally hot.
Right.
And Grey's Anatomy is still very hot.
When I got Netflix, I went on a Grey's Anatomy binge.
Steve did that recently. He's still catching up. And he'll watch current stuff and be like, wait, what happened to it? I'm like, I can't tell you. I can't tell you what happened to George. 007.
Yep.
Yeah. Are you current with Grey's Anatomy?
I am not, but you can tell me because it'll be a long time before I get current.
No, I can't. There's so much. It has changed so much in the last few seasons. So there was a season where I didn't watch because I was a little bored. But
really?
I'm back. The last 2 seasons have been great. Sandra Oh's last season, and then this season is kind of like, whoa, Gina Davis is on it.
Is she really?
I love her.
Wow, that's pretty good. When they had the airplane crash, that's when I quit.
Oh, that was so sad.
I lost track. It was really sad.
A lot has happened since then. So much.
A lot of
tell you, Stephanie.
Cast changes too, really,
yes.
right? That's sort of a big
people
cast change.
Passed away or died.
Lost limbs.
People came back. Yeah, lost limbs.
Uh-huh.
Married.
How does she
divorced.
think of all that stuff? That's what makes me crazy is
She's got to have, like, tons of friends or something where she, like, picks pieces out of lives and just... That's what I would do.
Right.
Or she's got an amazing imagination.
Exactly.
I don't know. I haven't seen an interview with her, but I would like to know how.
Yes.
The how.
I'm just sitting here thinking about all the different shows, all the different... It's not sort of like they're all the same. One's a hospital. Mm-hmm. One is politics.
Right.
I guess there's sort of this...
I guess.
I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty... And How to Get Away with Murder. Are you watching that?
I started to watch that. Are you watching it?
I'm not watching it. You can tell me stuff.
No, I've only watched a couple. It didn't make sense to me. A professor having her students try and solve a crime, or it didn't make sense to me.
Okay.
To the point where I was just like, I don't have time for this.
Next.
And
Click.
it'll probably get canceled. All the shows I've fallen in love with in the last few months have gotten canceled.
Oh.
But they were all sitcoms. There's something about sitcoms that have like a shorter lifespan than those hour-long dramas. Have you noticed that?
I have noticed that, yes.
Every year, I'm like, ooh, I like this. Oh, canceled.
Do you think it's because people can get comedy easier from YouTube? Like, there's Funny or
there's
Die.
So many other outlets.
Right.
So many that are like at the palm of your hands. Even though television is now too, if you have like Hulu and the ABC app, the CBS app, the NBC app. But yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a little bit more raunchier comedy available YouTube-wise.
That's true.
And podcasts. Just not here. We're not
Just
raunchy.
not here. We're very nice. There's halos right above our head if this was on TV.
Talk about bad things. I found a great quote from Shonda Rhimes that I wanted to share.
Yeah.
It says, at some point you have to make a decision. Boundaries don't keep other people out. They fence you in. Life is messy. That's how we're made. So you can waste your lives drawing lines, or you can live your life crossing them.
That is
so it's
awesome.
kind of like the good angel, bad angel, woo, party time.
Right.
Yeah.
See, okay, this goes back to I'm always interested in where people are in the birth order. That sounds like a second-born child to me. Like,
explain that thought, because I have no clue when it comes to birth order.
This is just my personal opinion. I am a firstborn, and for a while I had only dated second-born men.
Really?
Yes. And they didn't look the same, I felt. But there's something about, I feel like the firstborn, you know, you're a people pleaser. The parents, it's the first kid, so they're trying to do everything right. And you're trying to, you know,
make them happy.
Yes. And
because you have
everything's
no precedent.
right.
Yeah.
Secondborn comes along, and it's like, where's the line so I can cross it? Where's the boundaries so I can push it? And I admire that, which is why I think I was drawn to second-born males when I would date them.
You were jealous of their freedom.
They're going to do, I'm not going to have the idea, but if someone says, hey, do you want to jump off, you know, like my dad was saying, did you jump off the bridge in the Animas River, which was a fast-moving river. Animas is Indian for river of lost souls because it would just take people away.
Oh, wow.
I promised my dad, I'm not going to jump in the river. And sure enough, a bunch of us went on the footbridge and jumped into the river.
Stephanie, I'm so glad you're alive. Where is
It's
this
very
Animas
cold.
River at?
It's in Durango.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's close. Is it cold?
It is.
Water in Colorado is freaking cold.
Takes your breath away in a bad way.
Yeah.
Just like
It's not,
you cannot
it's
breathe.
Not good.
It was
It's
very
like
deep.
Skiing naked.
Right, exactly. So I guess I do things. I am the firstborn, and I'll do them, but I won't do it on my own. I need that secondborn person to kind of push me to go, hey, let's do this.
So I am a firstborn,
Okay.
but I'm all about going out there. Like, for my birthday, Steve's traveling, and I'm like, I want to do the zip lines down at the Royal Gorge. And I went by myself.
You
I've never
did?
done this, and I'm always like that. Like, if I want to do something, it's going to get done. I need no one to push me. It's when people push me, I start questioning, like, is this wise? Like, I trust my own self-judgment over others.
That's good.
But how does that fall into your knowledge when it comes to the birth order?
I was trying to do a joke about it, and firstborn, like 33, out of I don't know how many presidents, but it's over half. I want to say 3/4